I screwed it up. I screwed it up. I tried to shoot a video and I screwed it up. Hi, welcome to Ryan's Room. I'm Ryan, this is my room. And this is like the 4th time I've tried to record this video. I'm not even planning to say all that much, it just keeps screwing it up. Ever have times like that? Well, I'm having one tonight, boys and girls. And it's not fun. So, how you doing? Don't worry, I'm not having an epileptic seizure. I'm just fixing my arms because I keep falling off them. You'd be surprised how hard it is to stay balanced on your forearms, or in this case on your elbows. Especially if you're me. But that's enough of fun with that. Good news. I have all the teeth I had when I went to the dentist today. Dentist didn't keep any of them. Didn't have to take any of them out. Turns out that everything's fine. Back to normal. Copacetic. Everything will be fine until we fix that filling that needs to be refilled, and I'm happy. There is a downside. The downside is this. I don't get the laughy gas. No laughy gas for Rye. Oh, the tragedy. On the other hand, I don't get the gauze either. So it all balances out in the end. I think that there's a sort of a cosmic reality at work here. No nitrous oxide. No gauze. Neither here nor there. Good and bad all rolled into one. So, I took my first full day of class today. Actually, that's not true. The first day was Wednesday, the 6th. And that was actually a full day of class. Surprised by that. Usually the first day the prof introduces himself, hands out the syllabus, and says, okay, here's basically what the class is. See you on Friday. This prof didn't do that. Got right into it. I'd like to say that on Wednesday, the 6th, first day of class, I was really into it. I was all over the place. I was following along. I was soaking it in. I was like a sponge. Fast forward to Friday the 8th. Man. It's not that I wasn't interested. I am. I am interested in this course. Don't get me wrong. And it's not that it didn't have my commitment. It did, and it does. I'm fully committed to this course. And it's not that I'm lazy. I am ambitious. I want to pass this course. I want to do well in it. But for some reason today, I just, I couldn't stay awake. Yeah, I couldn't stay awake, especially for the last 10 or 15 minutes of the class. I started doing the whole, head sagging on the shoulders thing, I'd be sitting there listening to the prof talk, and my eyes following him because he'd walk back and forth all the time, right to left, right to left, right to left. And I wasn't just tracking them with my eyes, folks. I was tracking them with my whole head. I was going. And I think maybe I might have gotten into a rhythm. And the more I was doing this, the more I was watching him move back and forth, the more I started to really get into it. Really get into the motion. And before I knew it, things started to go a little bit dark around the edges of my vision, and my head started drooping and falling and sagging and hanging, and the next thing you know, I was doing this thing. What? Where? What? Who? I'm here. I'm here. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What? And then, sure enough, I'd be watching him walk back and forth again. I'd get into it and strike up a rhythm. Next thing you know, this motion turned into this motion. What? Where? What? Now, here's my problem. There are people, and I know this, there are people who can fall asleep with their eyes open. There are people who can put their head down and fall asleep in the back of the class and nobody notices. I am not one of them. And not only because of the fact that I don't sit in the back of the class in that particular classroom. In fact, I sit down in the section of the classroom that I have designated the pit. See, everybody else sits around me, around the edges in the back of the classroom, raised up high on something. And I'm down on the main floor. It's me and my assistant. And so everybody's sort of in front, behind, and beside me, and I'm directly in everybody's line of sight, and including the profs. So everybody can see me, but that's not the big problem. I can hide behind my hat pretty well. The problem is, I snore. People fall asleep, and they breathe, and everything's fine. I fall asleep, and I set off the tsunami detectors in Indonesia. It's a problem, that deviated septum. Oh yeah, it's a problem. It's kind of like my sneezes. These people that have really quiet sneezes, I envy them so much. I sneeze, and NORAD gets put on the highest alert possible. Because it's like, I'm like the big bad wolf. Except, he could choose when he huffed and puffed. And I don't necessarily have a choice when I decide, or when my nose decides that it has to sneeze. So all I can do is try and point myself in a neutral direction and hope for the best. It's been an interesting day. It definitely had its funny moments. Having said that, it doesn't change the fact that it took me 4 takes just to say this, and I haven't said too much. And I'll see that too much, and I'll raise you nothing else. So, I'm going to end this tubecast simply by saying, I hope to see you soon in Rise Room. Bye for now.